rights away, the faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. Your lies will come tumbling. Deny my place in time. You squander wealth that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you, because there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, 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 something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, well, we know better. Just look 'em in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, there's something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong. You're doing me wrong. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong. So wrong. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong. So wrong. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong. So the higher you build your barriers, the taller I become. The farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. no matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone, oh no. There's something inside so strong, whoa, whoa. Something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. Your lies will come tumbling. Deny my place in time. You squander wealth that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you. Because there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. There's something inside so strong, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, well, we know better. Just look 'em in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. There's something inside.
Something inside is definitely so strong. Something inside this studio is about to get stronger.
Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong.
Something inside is always strong. Something inside. You know, this statement is a bit scary, but then we keep it like that. Something inside is so strong. Don't think of anything strong inside something. Just take it like something inside is so strong, as literally as it comes. Good evening to you, all wonderful listeners out there, and those observing or watching live on Facebook. Yet again, another beautiful, wonderful evening, Tuesday evening presents itself yet again. We come to this studio with your favorite program. If you are doing the listening pleasure or you are watching on Facebook, do well to inform your friends to also listen. This is Ttu Debates live on Radio Premier 100.5 FM, and you are live on Facebook too as well. You can watch on Facebook, that is Premier 100.5 FM.
The taller I become, the farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run.
Before we begin today's program, I'd like to send some shout outs to some wonderful people doing the listening. I don't know why they call it shout out. It is shout out, but they try to slang it. Is it slang or slangs? They try to slang it and they say shout out. So let me send some shout outs to some wonderful people doing the listening pleasure. The first one goes to Golden Boy. Golden Boy, manager, wherever that you are, our greetings to you. We salute you. We thank you so much. I believe you are doing well because I can feel it in the air. I can feel it in the studio that you are feeling well, and you're enjoying the program forever, wherever that you are. Greetings to all student leaders, General Assembly members. We greet you all. We know that you are doing your very best to make sure that students of TTU enjoy the best of everything. May the good Lord bless you all. We greet you all, student leaders. We greet all our cherished listeners out there, all those doing the listening pleasure, all those that have been with us since day one. We greet you all, those watching on Facebook. We greet you all.
Humbling. Deny my place.
There is a saying that life may not be the party that we hoped for, but once we are here and the music is playing, we might as well dance. There is a saying that life may not be the party that we hope for, but once we are here and the music is playing, we might as well dance. Well, I said that TTU may not be the institution that you hope for, but once you are here and the lecturers are teaching, you might as well learn, because examination is waiting for you. CGPA is still counting.
I'm so strong. Something inside so strong.
All right, so like every other Tuesday evening, we have it today too. I'm having some great, wonderful intellectuals in the studio, looking so nice. It's quite unfortunate today I don't have any lady in the studio, but then I'll take it like that. I would want to be optimistic that the ladies are listening and they will be calling in when we open the phone, the lines for our listeners or those watching on Facebook to also join in the discussion. So I would want them to introduce themselves, because if I should do it, I might leave one or two details out. So I would want them to introduce themselves. That would be their name, their level or their affiliations, and then the way someone is looking at me, I don't know what that means, and I don't want to decode it. I'll keep it like that. All right, so their names, their program of study, and then their level or their affiliation to the institution. All right, so my gentlemen, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe you're all doing well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
The colleagues, I like they are smiling. You know, you are smiling with optimism. You are smiling with alacrity and enthusiasm.
Okay. Wow.
Sure. All right. So where do I even begin? Okay, let me start from my left, because you write from the left to the right, so I'm keeping it like that. Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Host.
Aside liking your smile, I equally like your spectacles. Like, it looks nice on you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so please do all to introduce yourself and for our listeners out there to know whom they are listening to.
Okay. Before I start the introduction, I would like to extend my greetings to the Vice Chancellor of the university and the Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean of Students, and the entire management of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Another greetings to the leadership of the SRC and leadership of the entire students body, from the departmental level to the classrooms, and to our cherished listeners as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the person of Sir Collins, a level 300 student offering marketing and strategy. So I'm from the School of Business.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Faculty of Business, please.
Yeah, so point of correction.
Faculty of Business. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So initially it used to be School of Business, SOB, right? But now, SOBA. Now it is Faculty of Business. What was the difference? Maybe we get there later. All right, sir, sitting right in front of me.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good evening once again.
Mm-hmm.
All protocols duly observed. Okay, so I'm Akon Benedict.
Okay.
You can call me Blessed. Yes, I go by Blessed. And I offered...
The Blessed, is it your nickname or your middle name? Which one? Or it's a nickname?
It's actually the meaning of Benedict, blessings. So
Oh, okay.
yes,
So we
Blessed.
should call you by the meaning of your name.
Say
not the-
Benedict Akon. By the time you be done, whatever you want to say will vanish. So just say
we should
Blessed.
keep. All right, Blessed.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Okay. So I offered, in fact, we set a record. I came to School of Business and completed Faculty of Business.
Okay.
Yes, I came to T Poly and completed TTU.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. I came to offer a HND in accountancy.
Mhm.
When I was then, they were doing HND, accounting and finance.
And then you completed with procurement and supply?
I have no idea.
Because you came in you came to meet School of Business and
Yes.
then graduated Faculty
Uh-huh.
of Business. You came to meet
So
T-Poly,
we
graduated
we
Takrady
transformed the
Technical
school
University.
actually.
So how is it that you came to study one program and then the program didn't change?
The-
You said
no,
you
no,
did
the-
accountancy,
Yes.
but then it didn't change to procurement. But then the school changed to faculty, the poly changed to university.
And Benedict changed to Blessing.
Blazing.
Yes. So it's
But
everything
then,
changed.
but your program of study didn't
Oh, it
change.
changed
Yes.
from accounting, HND in accounting, and so it was accountancy.
Okay.
Yes, when it was soaps, and it changed to accounting and finance. So it still changed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Blessing.
Blessed.
Blessed.
my
Oh,
name.
okay. I nearly changed it, or I almost changed it. Blessed. All right.
That's my
So,
name.
to our listeners out there, or those that are watching us for the first time or listening to us for the first time, the first two people who introduced themselves, I would say they are usual members of the house. They are almost here. Like every time we have our program, they are in the studio, either serving as educators or coming in to give announcements or to enlighten us on one or two things. But then the third person who is about to introduce himself is, I don't want to call him a stranger or a visitor, but then he's visiting the studios for the first time. In fact, our program, he's registering on our program for the first time. And we are really honored to have him. In fact, he's a very big man by stature and then by position. Boss, if I should introduce you, no, I will allow you to introduce yourself. All right.
Good evening to everyone listening to us and everyone watching us live on Facebook. I'm Dolph Sadlan Tamfuduma, a level 300 student pursuing HND in procurement and supply.
Oh, okay. Level 300, procurement and supply. Boss, I
You
think you
slept one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. He's leaving the most important.
Which
aspect out.
position do you occupy on campus?
Just tell us.
But none of us mentioned.
Yes,
I'll
but we are
see, I'm
asking you.
alumni.
Yes, we are asking you.
He's
Like,
the boss, so
I
maybe
said
he should
earlier
start.
that most these two people they are usual
Yeah,
members of
so
the house.
They know
You
us.
get it.
They know us.
Okay, I'm the Faculty of Business Studies Student Association President.
Yeah.
You want to hide.
Faculty of Business Studies president.
Yeah,
Not a small man, like
I beg you.
you're a big man.
So that's a big campus there.
That big campus, all the students there, you are their president.
Especially the ladies.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Collins, this is a big thing you are saying. In fact, especially the ladies.
You see,
Okay.
he's my boss, so if
Ah,
he's
so-
stating that
okay,
I'm
okay.
You
the
see,
leader for the ladies, then
Okay, so
I'm learning from him. I'm just a trainee.
Interesting.
we are learning new things here.
Keys are opening.
I tell you.
Keys are opening
I
doors
tell
for
you,
us.
We are here to listen.
You know, there's a saying from Martin Luther King Jr. It says, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. So if you are thinking you are saying something to affect someone,
It will come
that
back to you.
So nice, so nice. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my name is, and has always been, Theophilus Tetehwaji. I am your regular host. I'm the Junit local ambassador. That one everyone knows.
So you see,
yeah.
you see
So
your
I see what's-
position. You need what? Hey, you
You
your
need to look
ambassador
for
have the
ambassador.
inside.
Many
oh.
people are here.
And yours is
See a small
president.
voice like that.
Yours
Oh,
is
I'm just a
president.
mere
You
servant.
are just what mere servant. You are not a mere servant at all.
The faster I will run. You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. There's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa. Something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, to the motion or the item on the table. the motion for today. This house believes that proper sanitation in the society is the work of the government and not the citizens. I take it again. This house believes that proper sanitation in the society is the work of the government and not the citizens. Well, that is what this house believes. What do you think? You that you are listening out there, watching on Facebook, what do you think? Now, kindly be reminded that in the course of the discussion, we'll be opening the line so that you can also phone in. For the time, you can be sending SMS to the studio lines. The first number is 0247 819 113. 0247 819 113. 0506 203 669. 0506 203 669. All right. So the motion again. This house believes that proper sanitation as in the society is the work of the government and not the citizens. Well, someone saw the motion and then the person was telling me that yesterday he was walking somewhere in the heart of Accra after drinking pure water. He saw a group of some rubbish gathered at one point on the bare floor like that, and then he decided to add his. Then a man from somewhere started shouting on him there, and to him he felt that it was okay to be there. Now the man is also saying that it is not right for the thing to be there; it has to be taken away. Whose duty is it for that rubbish to be taken away? Is it the work of the government or it is the duty of the citizen? That is what we are coming to debate on today. It is quite unfortunate that we would not be having our usual way of debate whereby we would have two people speaking for the motion and then two against the motion. There is a little twist in today's program. So I'm going to ask my panel here what they think. Do you think it is the work of government, or you think or you believe it is the duty of the citizen to make sure that we observe proper sanitation within our society? Starting from Mr. President, Faculty of Business President. I want to believe you told your ladies to listen to the program, and then I didn't say guys, I said ladies to listen
But
to the program.
it's not a faculty containing just ladies.
Oh, ladies.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
So
have
that you
guys.
have guys there. I didn't know. Someone said that. All right. So what do you think? Do you think it's the work of the government, or you believe that it's the duty of the citizens?
There is a touch on both.
There's a touch on both.
Yes.
But deep within you, which one do you think?
The citizens.
The citizens.
Yes.
You believe that it is the citizens. It is the duty of the citizens. We will come to that as to why you think or believe it's the duty of the citizens. Benedict, blessed.
Yes, that's my
Shiraba.
name.
Exactly.
Okay. So, like you said, yes, it is a shared duty. But then I think that deep within, it is the duty of the government.
It is the duty of the government
Yes.
to ensure proper sanitation.
You see, the key word is proper
Sanitation. Not
Yes.
just a need 2x4 sanitation.
No, it's proper sanitation.
Exactly.
And you will know why.
Exactly. I like it. We will know why. So, His Lordship.
You see the title.
Collins Sir. Or Sir Collins. Please, those that are listening, it's not Sir Cordier, it is Sir Collins. Sir Collins. All right.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh, I disagree strongly with Mr. Benefit.
Okay.
And I believe our cherished listeners will also disagree with him,
Hey.
because the responsibility of keeping proper sanitation, it should be the responsibility or shared responsibility of the citizen rather than the government.
Okay.
So we, the citizen, we believe that it's our responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
but not the responsibility of the government instead. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. So our listeners out there, what do you think? Do you believe that it is the duty of government, or it is the duty or the work of the citizens? I would open the phone line very soon so that you can call and just tell us what you think. For the time being, be writing down your points so that when you call, you go straight to the point, and then you tell us what you think and then why you think that way. All right. Mr. Ben, no, I think I should start from Presido. Presido,
Yeah.
tell us what you believe and why you believe that.
You see, there is this thing trending on social media that fixed the country, and I want to touch on that first before I link it up to this.
Okay.
In as much as we want the government to fix the country, okay, we also have a shared responsibility to also fix ourselves. I learned one person touched on that and he was insulted heavily. But in as much as we being citizens of a country, say yeah, I can say on my year. Somebody be yes. So I believe that in as much as we want the government to also help us with that, we have a major responsibility. The government can only implement certain things, but it is our responsibility to make sure that we keep our surroundings clean. We don't always expect the government to always do things for us. Sometimes we can contribute ourselves to solve problems, since we believe that it may take a longer period for the government to touch on that, because there are numerous problems that the government will have to solve. So I believe that we as citizens of a country, it's our sole responsibility to ensure proper sanitation in our society. Yeah.
That is what you believe.
Yes.
Okay. And then I just want to be clear on this.
Yeah.
What was your first point as to why you believe that?
You see, health-wise,
Health-wise.
yes, health-wise, when we keep our surroundings clean, a boy I buy. You understand me? The government may come in, but what if the government comes in later on and the harm has already been caused?
But someone is saying that the key word that we should be mindful of is proper sanitation. So it can be that the citizens find we are doing our best. We are trying to some degree, we are trying to keep our environment clean. Okay. But for it to be proper, unless government comes in, that is what they are saying.
And there is a saying that in as much as the government may bring consultants to touch on certain things as to how we can keep our surroundings clean properly, we can also judge and come up with solutions that we know can help us keep our surroundings clean. You get it? So that's why I said the government may come up with projects or solutions that to you or to the government may deem it fit. You know, some government do touch on this try and error thing. Okay, let's try this one and see if it will work. But since we are staying in that society, we know what we do that are wrong. And if we are to stop doing certain things that we know are wrong, I think it will touch on this proper sanitation thing. Yes, we shouldn't always wait for the government, and that's also a responsibility. It is I say
really.
Yeah.
So in a situation whereby you are trying to fix it, but then you don't have the means to do so,
that's where you seek for the opinion of the government.
Exactly. So it is the duty of the government to ensure that there is proper sanitation. The government only plays
a supporting role, but the huge role.
The government is rather supporting the citizens. It is,
yes.
No, it is never the duty of the government to support the citizens. It is rather the citizens who have to support the government in ensuring proper sanitation. With that one, I disagree. How? Someone will explain that. All right, Blessed.
Yes, that's my name. All right. So we are looking at the motion before us. That is, like I said, we are to look at the proper sanitation here. So there is government, there is citizen. Now let's see sanitation. It says that conditions relating to public health, especially the provision of clean drinking water and adequate sewage disposal.
Okay.
And they're saying that refers to the public health conditions related to clean drinking water and adequate treatment and disposal of human excreta and sewage. So here, when we talk about sanitation, we are looking at the facilities that you provide. You see, we have personal hygiene, and we have the sanitation. So the personal hygiene now comes to form part of the sanitation. So the sanitation is made up of you practicing the personal hygiene and you having the facilities, to dispose of the waste. And here, we all know. Now, say you sweep your room. You get it?
Yeah.
After sweeping your room, you leave the dust at your doorstep. you definitely take the waste back into your room.
Okay.
So if you are cleaning your house, if you are reading, if you are doing all these things, and there is no dustbins, the government provided dustbins, the big ones. That's the car, the Zoom line people will come and take them away. You don't have these things available, so you sweep, you leave the dust, the waste at your doorstep. Everything will go back to your house.
Exactly.
So if you the individual, you are doing all your best, you are in your room, you are making sure that your room is tidy, you're making sure your compound is tidy, everything is okay, and at the end of the day, the government doesn't do his part.
Okay. So sorry to cut you, but then someone commented on Facebook that our volume is low. So I would that when you are speaking, we should speak with some power for them. All right, thank you very much. So you continue.
So like I was saying, if you do everything that you need to do as your part, you practice your personal hygiene, you making sure that your room, everything is clean, and the rubbish and everything that you thought that you were taking them off from your house, they are now at your doorstep. Now, when I come to your house, the first thing I see is the rubbish before I even enter your room.
Exactly.
So even that one will tell me that you are not disciplined, or you, say you don't practice this sanitation and others. So I was saying that if we, the citizens, we do our part and the government doesn't do its part by making sure that that rubbish would leave there and go to, because you can't tell me that I should carry the rubbish from there and walk to where they dump the bigger rubbish. Definitely the nation must provide the dustbins. Then after it is for some days, the car will come and take it away. It is a cycle. Like I said, it's a shared responsibility. So if one party is doing his and the other is not doing this, definitely it will be like a cost 90 job.
Exactly.
You get it?
We are saying that the bigger party who bears all the blame is the government.
It's the government.
That is what.
Because if I do mine and the government looking at this, if the government brings the dustbins and you don't do yours, that is one issue, yes. But then if you end up cleaning your house, getting everything done, and the rubbish is still at your doorstep, you've not done anything. This cholera, this house flies that will be causing the cholera, they'll go and step on it outside and bring it to you.
Okay.
So until the government provide these dustbins, if they don't build this public toilet, if they don't provide all these facilities for us to be able to dispose of the waste, then it's still a cost 90 if we do our part.
Wow.
I understand. What you want to say something?
You see, let me come in again. See this our market circle here. See this our gutters.
Yeah.
Now, say, I was going to bring another point, that is lack of security, inadequate security around.
Okay.
Now, fine. You said the guy said he left the rubbish on the ground since he saw there's a huge amount there, so he also added his. Now, if there is a security around enforcing that, if you leave one rubbish there, you either clean the gutter, or they will find you. If there are these personnel around making sure that these things are not done, do you think we are going to do it? So if you bring police around, now whoever leaves a rubbish on the ground, you are going to clean the whole gutter, or they will give you a portion to clean.
Exactly.
By 1 month later, the place will be
that
clean.
measures can be put in place by government.
By government.
So if there is nothing like that, and our environment finds itself very dirty, then who are we to blame?
It's government.
It's the government.
Sure.
It's the government.
Wow.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah, it's surprising that our honorable Blessed.
No, it will always be surprising in a sense that you see,
said
we all
something
can't think
that-
alike. You should understand that.
You see, he
Exactly.
stated that the government is to provide trash cans for the society, and he touched on the fact that there are bigger ones that he wouldn't expect himself to carry the trash to that very point that the government has stationed the dustbin for dumping of trash. The thing is, in as much as we are waiting for the government to provide us with such things, okay, can you say, oh, you're in your government, you know? Do you understand me? This cholera thing that we are talking about, we caused it ourselves, though the government has the role it plays in it. But you gave a story that someone was being what,
Drank the water and then felt
Yeah,
like
that,
just disposing it anywhere
yes.
because
and who is that person? Is the person the government, or the person is just
the person is
uh,
not the government, but then
uh-huh.
the person couldn't find any available dustbin that government has provided for them to place rubbish inside.
Yes, so he leave
is
it on the
so
floor.
he
is it the
just-
sole
Sure, that
res-
is the point.
Is it the sole responsibility of the government to just provide that?
Yes.
Honorable, you
Yes.
don't come
No,
and then
no.
ask me questions. When you ask the
It's
question,
the
the other side is-
responsibility
I'm
of the
asking
government to leave
See,
these things.
And he touched on
Uh-huh.
security.
Okay.
He touched on
Okay,
security.
you finish
Uh-huh.
with that.
And this market circle thing that we are talking about,
Uh-huh.
the government is also playing its role. Okay,
As seen.
as in the government has also provided some sort of that trash cans. Okay, trash
Really?
bin. Yes.
Well,
There is
you
no-
let him finish.
There is
Okay.
no market
Okay.
that the government has implemented or
Mhm.
established.
Mhm.
That in the course of establishing it, there wouldn't be provision of dustbins. But Yaka
No, it's not the
Yesubai-
point of there is no. We are talking about what is there now.
Uh-huh.
We are here.
Okay.
We go there. Do you see dustbins around?
Well, personally,
There are dustbins.
okay, I don't know the parts of the market
There
that
are
he
dustbins.
goes. So personally, I don't see anything. All right, but then Mr. Collins has been quiet for some time, and then the way he's he's been looking at me from the corners of his eyes, I don't want to imagine the things you are coming to say. Sir
Okay.
Collins,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Host. Thank you for not imagining for me,
good.
because
I can't.
I find it very surprising from the point of view
Mhm.
of Mr. Benedict.
Okay.
Proper sanitation measures can
Mhm.
never be the role of government.
Okay.
It should be a role of the citizen.
Mhm.
He mentioned, or he touched on enforcement of laws to deter citizen from disposing rubbish indiscriminately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, why do we even elect government in the first place?
Mhm.
I think we elect government to help solve our problems,
Yeah.
or the common problems. So we have to admit to the fact that there is an already existing problem created by the citizen, and we want someone to solve
Government
it.
to come and solve it. Thank
That
you very
is
much.
that is the
Continue.
issue.
Yes,
We are not
continue.
talking about
No,
the
no, no,
problem.
I'm
We are
coming.
talking about the solution of the
No, no, no,
problem.
no, no.
Exactly.
I'm coming.
That is
Okay,
the
so
thing.
you are
I'm
building a
coming.
point.
I'm
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Continue,
So
sir.
without the problem, there will
Uh-huh.
be no solution.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And the problem, which sanitation, improper sanitation is one of them,
Okay.
was created by the
The
citizen,
citizens.
not
Good.
the government.
Exactly.
So without the problem,
Mhm.
there will be no blame on the government.
Exactly.
So who brought the problem?
Exactly. So the citizens brought the problem, and they believe that they cannot solve it all by themselves. Okay, so
So
they
we
are
elected the
nominating or
government.
electing a
So
bigger
That is
party
that is the
to
that
come and solve
see,
that problem for us.
yes.
So when the government comes and then still
Sure.
we find
Mr. Host,
ourselves.
Are you siding with Blessing?
No. He's just giving you the
You
facts.
are already taking.
He is
his
giving you the
part.
facts.
You
You
see,
see,
Hello.
we the motion here is not
Yeah.
talking about
Hello,
how
Mr.
we
Host.
created the
yeah.
problem.
Okay, let him continue. Let him
I
continue.
think you are taking away my time.
I'm sorry.
think
I'm sorry,
I
sir.
just
You
started-
continue.
Yes, I just started my presentation, and
Okay,
the
okay.
interjections are becoming
Okay.
too much
I'm sorry, sir.
or too many.
Okay, sir.
You see, we elected government to solve our problem, and this problem is created by we, the citizens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, you made mention of enforcement of bylaws
Uh-huh.
in our various assembly. In a society where everybody is doing wrong, where every citizen is doing wrong, can the government arrest all the citizens?
No.
Where will he keep us?
Yeah.
So the government can enforce the law to a certain extent, but to the extent that everybody is doing it, the government cannot arrest us all. So I believe it's indiscipline on the side of citizens
Okay, I'm following.
that has caused the improper sanitations in our environment.
Okay,
You touch on personal hygiene.
okay.
I believe you all know personal hygiene,
Yes, sir.
and I don't think personal hygiene should be taught or teach by external party, which
Mhm.
is the government, because keeping a personal hygiene, example, paste,
Brushing your teeth.
brushing your
Yeah.
teeth,
Exactly.
bathing,
Mhm.
I
and
think he didn't get the point well.
Wait,
no,
maybe
you-
he's
you-
establishing
no,
a
no,
point.
no,
He said,
you
let him
touch-
finish.
I'm
I'll
coming,
give you
I'm
some
coming,
time to
I'm
come in
coming.
again.
You made mention of personal hygiene.
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
I'm giving you examples of personal
Uh-huh.
hygiene.
Okay.
To the extent that sweeping of your room has now become a burden of the government, But
Wait,
you
let,
see-
let him let him
Aha.
continue. Let him continue. He's making a point. So you can note
Okay,
it down. When I
okay.
give you some minutes to talk, then you come in with that.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Host. You are my guy. You are becoming my good friend. Okay. So to the extent that even sweeping of your room has become a burden of the government,
Mhm,
he was saying that after sweeping your room,
mhm.
and if you do not find a proper place
To
to keep
dispose it.
or dispose the rubbish, what do
Mhm.
you do? I'm asking him that from the at the first place, who created that mess or who created that rubbish? The person who created that mess or the rubbish
Mhm.
should have find a solution to it before even creating even the rubbish.
Okay.
We buy ice water,
Mhm,
isn't it robbers?
mhm.
Who build the companies? Isn't us?
Okay.
Who owns Vortic?
Mhm.
Is he not a citizen of the country?
He is a
So
citizen,
after-
or they are citizens.
Yes, after building such nice infrastructure,
Okay. Mhm,
disposing a plastic waste,
mhm.
you should have a fine way of sustaining the environment that you operate within. So should it be the work of the government? Fine, someone might say government should ensure regulation, but don't forget I've said, in a society or in a country like Ghana, where everybody is a victim to this problem, government cannot arrest us all. Now back to my personal opinion. I think this is I touch on what Mr. Benedict
Okay,
said.
you're more like debunking or yes.
Thank you.
All right.
So back to my personal opinion.
Okay.
I still believe and I strongly believe that keeping of proper sanitation is the work of the citizenry,
Mhm.
not the government. In our constitutional architecture or the framers of our constitution
Okay.
made a provisions in I think Article 4, Clause 1,
Okay.
which defined our government structure as a unitary system.
Mhm.
And the unitary system, we have the central government and the local government.
Okay.
Why even the word unitary? The word unitary emanates from the word unit.
Okay.
So even our constitution has recognized that in the governance structure of our country,
Mhm.
you need the help or the input of all the individual.
Mhm.
The unit means all the individual or all
Come
population come
Come
together.
Okay.
So we have the central government
Mhm.
who take care of the national affairs, and we
Mhm.
have the local government.
Mhm.
The local government is made up of the MCC, MMDCs.
Mhm.
We have the assembly members.
Mhm.
We have the chiefs. We have the unit committee,
Mhm.
and we have the people who elected the unit committee as well.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln defined democracy as a government of the people,
Okay.
by the people,
Mhm.
and for the people.
Okay.
And if the,
coming into mind.
and if
Come on.
and if the and if the government is by the
Okay.
people and for the people,
Mhm.
then it means the nature of the government we elect into the office
Mhm.
is the clear representation of the people in the country.
He now
Okay.
agrees with me. So that means it is government.
No,
He has
Okay,
now
wait.
defined everybody as government.
Wait,
No.
maybe he's
Now
making
agree
a
with me.
point. By the
No.
time he'll finish, realize that he's not agreeing with you,
Okay.
but then opposing you.
Okay.
Or
Everything he's saying is just.
you see,
so you don't worry, note it down. I'll come back to you.
I was very quiet.
Yeah, exactly,
When Mr.
exactly.
Benedict was making his
His point,
presentation.
exactly.
Okay, no
Mr.
problem.
Benedict,
Sorry.
please
Continue.
be quiet for once.
Otherwise, we will mute his microphone.
Okay, so if the government of the day is
Mhm.
government for the people,
Mhm.
by the people, then it tells you whatever we are seeing it's in our environment,
Mhm.
it is not the cause of the government,
Mhm.
but it's by the people. Because we choose who should lead us, and we choose where to keep clean, and we choose where to keep dirt.
Exactly.
If you study our environment carefully,
Mhm.
you will find out our urban areas is more dirty than the rural areas.
Mhm.
For example, Accra.
Okay.
Accra is more dirty than a village in somewhere northern region.
Like Zabzugu Tatali.
Thank you. Why is it so? It's because wherever there's high concentration of citizens, you will find more death there. And wherever there is less concentration of citizens, there is a less death there.
Okay.
So meaning wherever most citizens converge, they create harm or havoc to the environment than the rural areas. I would like to ask.
Kindly try to sum up in a
Yes,
minute.
yes.
First.
So,
I'll come back to you again.
So I would like to throw this question to Mr. Benedict.
Okay, good. You are pointing at me. I thought you were coming to say.
No. To Mr. Benedict, it's illegal
Right.
It's illegal mining. It's illegal mining, an act of citizen or government. Open defecation. Is it an act of citizen or government? Spillage of harmful substance in our water bodies. Is it the act of citizen or government? Pollution of air. Is it acts of citizen or the government? Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Are you sure you're a marketing student? You're giving us so much government terms and all that. Hey. All right. So to our listeners out there, I'd like to remind you once again that this is TTU Debates. This is TTU Debate, a program where you have students going outside their scope of study to come up with intellectual and then logical debates. You get it? They come up with concrete arguments to back their stand. Like we've already established, debate is not the status quo itself. It's about challenging the status quo. It's about challenging what has already been in existence. What we think that, okay, this is it, so we keep on following the same trail. No, we are challenging the status quo. So we are reminding our listeners that at this very point, you can call in. You can call the studio lines. That is 0247 819 113. 0247 819 113 or 0506 203 669. You can call these two lines and then tell us what you think, or you tell us what you believe. The motion is: proper sanitation in the society is the work of the government and not the citizens. What do you think? All right. So to our listeners out there, in the course of our discussion, we're joining by one tall man like that. He goes by the name President Honey. Oh, okay. We already have our first caller. Let me pick this up. Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, I started by saying, sir, hello. Yeah, so please, this TT Debate, your name, and then you tell us what you believe.
My name is Coleman Albert.
Coleman Albert. Okay.
TTI.
Oh, TTI.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, okay.
The very guy who quoted that Abraham Lincoln's, how do you call it, statement, okay? Yeah, all what he's saying is a fanciful thing. Because
Sure.
Okay.
fanciful thing, because that person, if you look at his statement and how he's coming out of his policy, okay, you could see that when you give such person an assemblyman or an
Okay.
to just humble over there.
Oh, really?
Yes, because do you know this thing, the trend which is going out that one goes to a place, a student goes to a place and he was looking for a place to make a call, and she couldn't get
The opportunity to make a call, the chance.
the opportunity to call, and then she bites the fellow, right?
She did what to a fellow?
Yeah, a snake
A
bites
snake.
the fellow.
Oh, okay.
Now they were questioning the MP that he was not able to do anything proper into his this thing, and now he has failed. The MP came out and people were questioning the MP. If you stand there and you are saying that sanitation or something like that should be done by individual, then he quoted it again. Why do you let the government to lead us?
Okay.
Every citizen gets up in the morning and he or she takes bath.
Okay.
He takes. That's everything. But we know that we can't do everything all. Now we have to get somebody to lead us.
Sure.
We
Okay.
have to get someone to lead us.
Exactly.
So what is the leader or the leader responsibility? To make sure the citizens make calm. We are
Exactly.
treating it very proper and properly to our environment. That is why we elect a government.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
if you don't understand what the government means, and you say that there's no citizen who will not get up early in the morning
And
they will
then
not
do all those things. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those are basic things to do. All right. Please, sir. Thank you very much for your submission. But I would like to take your name again. Your name is
Yeah, my name is Coleman Albert.
Coleman Albert. Are you a student of TTI or a teacher?
No. I'm a worker.
Please, you said you are
I'm a worker at Fatima Secondary School.
at which secondary school?
Fatima Secondary School, Cape Coast.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, sir. In fact, we are privileged to have you calling this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, point well understood. All right, so this is what someone believes. It is about telling us what you believe, telling us what you think.
Sure.
You get it? This is Ttu Debates.
I think, yeah, I guess. So let me come in so that it will be.
You would want to balance things up.
Yes.
Mr. One, you will be coming in, right?
Yes.
All right, so you let Mr. Benedict come in, and
But
then
it's just some.
in a space
fact
of like,
that's
let's say 2
touched.
minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes to make your
Okay.
submission.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So I think whatever I wanted to say, he's summarized everything out for us. You see, the main reason why we elected government, like he said, we can't solve everything ourselves. You know, and he was saying if you produce ice water, you should make sure that you make provision for the waste to be.
Yeah.
If we can do all these things, then there's no need for us to vote for government.
Yes.
So the main point of we voting for government is to make sure that they'll bring in laws
Exactly.
and make sure that they enforce those laws
Exactly.
that we can obey and what
And
and
then-
follow and
Sure.
make sure that there is orderliness. But then if we vote government into power and we the citizens we are expected to do everything ourselves, then what are they doing?
So in a situation whereby you, the city, you voted for a government to come and do one or two things, you realize that the government is not doing one particular thing. In a situation whereby you yourself, you know perfectly well that you can do something about it, and you sit for government to come in, don't you think you are doing harm to yourself rather than good? Because you know that there are certain things that we can take care of them ourselves.
Okay.
You get it? Like, let's say we think that a rubbish is being kept at a place for some time, and we are expecting government to come with their bigger trucks to come and take them. Whilst you know very well that this vehicle or truck is delaying, but then we can burn it or dig a hole and then bury the rubbish. You are saying
You are touching on my
okay,
point.
see human beings. Now,
Okay, so we are coming.
all right,
Now,
Mr. One, you become a
with this
yeah, continue.
with this whole this thing. I think in our house we're doing that. We're not really sending our rubbish out. We're just digging a hole, then you dump it in. Now, say we are all digging a hole, you will dump it. Now you see that our population we are increasing.
Exactly.
Get it?
Sure.
There is the need. We'll be using lands. Now we are all digging a hole. So, say half the population now we are digging a hole in a land that we could have used for another thing.
Exactly.
You get it? So we've used all that place for the refuse dump. Now we have an increase in population, and there's the need for us to use that land. Whilst we could have sent that rubbish to a better place.
Okay.
Do you get it?
So
now
proper
they need-
sanitation is the work of
Now
the government.
even that that rubbish.
I see someone
you
waving
are
the
not
hand.
going
You
to-
are waving
I'm
me,
coming. You
or
are not
you
going
are
to
saying
cover-
no to what he's saying.
I'm coming. You are not
saying
going to
no.
cover the rubbish there. You will leave it because you can't say that you dig the hole today, dump the rubbish and cover it. Tomorrow
Then
to you
another
come,
go and
then you
dig
dig
again.
and you cover. No, you
Oh,
leave it.
okay.
So
Okay.
your option will be
You come in
burning.
there.
Now the moment you burn, you are creating another pollution, air pollution.
Okay.
There will be smoke.
Okay.
So
Point-
you see,
point
your
well
solution
understood.
to your solution to the problem would
Mr. Dove,
rather be creating another
you
problem.
You come before.
So the
honey
best
comes. I
way
want you
is to
come
take the
before honey
rubbish
comes.
out from
You
the
wait,
house.
You come.
It is
Okay.
not safe to keep the rubbish in the house, whether in a hole
All right.
or whatever. It's
All
not
right.
safe to keep the
Understood.
rubbish
Okay.
there.
So before Mr. Dove comes in, Mr. Collins keeps waving at me. Are you saying no to it, or like you are waving me as in hi?
I'm saying no to it.
Okay.
You see, proper sanitation will always be the work of citizens rather than the government.
Okay.
Why am I saying so? Or why am I defending this point so strongly? You see, when you go to ministries and even the university or tertiary setup architecture, tertiary schools are meant to offer solution to the common problems in our society. When you go to every ministries, we have the technocrat.
Okay.
The technocrat takes the problem and do research and offer solution to the problem.
Okay.
And these technocrats are the citizens.
Okay.
Lecturers are part of citizens. And we, the students who do research each or thesis at the end of our academic
Yeah, as in
year.
like when you're about
Thank you.
graduating from. Okay.
Thank you. We do thesis on it. So if governments have provided all the structure for us to find a proper solution to our sanitation problem, and we are still failing, it means it is the failure on the part of us as a citizen.
So the structure is not strong enough to ensure that this thing is done properly.
Okay, Mr. Benedict.
So
kindly
here
hold.
it is the fault
I
in
can
the
feel the
structure,
fire
not the
raging
citizens.
from your bones, and then every atom in your body is against the motion. It's rather for the motion that is the duty of government. Mr. Dolph, you wanted to come in, or you are okay now? Thank you very much for understanding. Mr. Hon- okay, you finish. In the space of, I'm giving you just 1 minute 30
Okay,
seconds.
thank you. He made mention of Mr. Benedict. He made mention of government making laws to enforce citizens abiding by the established laws.
Okay.
The thing is, I said that government plays a supporting role. Government may come up with laws and may enforce them, but it's as to how the citizens will react towards that law. You see,
As in, the citizens can choose to obey or
You get
disobey.
it.
So in a
And
situation whereby they are disobeying what government
how
has
would
said,
you- how would you know that this number of citizens, flout the rules that you have established?
that is why they should elect people at
That is the
advantage
thing.
places
Put
to
some
monitor
mechanisms
things.
to make sure that
The fact that they are to enforce the law doesn't mean that we as citizens don't have a role to play.
Yes, but in a situation whereby we are being reluctant, we are failing to live up to that.
it is the duty of
Certain
the
measures-
government.
Exactly.
Why must you as a citizen, fail to react towards
And that
And
you
trying
see,
the right
we
thing,
don't get
being
it.
that-
That is the fault we are trying to solve, and that fault can be solved by government. That is
Now,
why we
let
elected
me
government.
give an
You see,
example,
Mr.
okay?
Host, Mr.
Yes,
Host,
before you
Mr.
come in
Host.
and before you
No,
come in.
it's not before I come in.
You want to come in before?
Please,
Okay,
Mr.
come in.
Benedict on hold.
Okay,
For now.
you should hold his fire.
Thank you.
Mr. Benedict, hold your fire, otherwise I'll turn off your microphone. All right, so in a
In
situation
us-
whereby someone is sick, the person is taken to the hospital, okay? There is a prescribed medicine to make the person feel better. The person is failing to take the medicine. What do you think the nurse or doctor would do? Would they allow the person that if you don't take it, you die, so I'm leaving you to die? No, they will force the person to take the medicine. Do you get it? That is what you're expecting government to do. Otherwise, the citizens will die. Thank you for understanding.
Say how?
No.
He said how? Oh, you want me to explain? Okay, let Hodi come in.
Okay. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Listeners out there.
Mm-hmm.
This house believes that proper sanitation in the society is the work of the government
Mm-hmm.
and not the citizens.
Okay,
I am happy we have citizens here, not spectators.
okay.
You see, spectators are those who would sit back and watch things happen the wrong way.
Okay.
Spectators are those of us, those people
Mm-hmm.
who would wait for unnecessary things to happen,
Mm-hmm.
or they would wait till everything goes bad before they speak about it
Yeah.
Before
or
they
speak
say
against it.
fix the country.
Because yes, before they say fix the country.
Okay.
We are matured and more enlightened on the laws. Laws have already been enacted by Parliament, and we shouldn't wait for them to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick around before we do it. So what I would say is we are matured and more enlightened on the laws.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we are still waiting to be told what to do as citizens.
Mm-hmm.
It is our responsibility to keep the society clean. We shouldn't have waited for the government to even initiate the National Sanitation Day.
Okay.
As citizens as we are,
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't have waited for government to bring up an initiative. This is a National Sanitation Day, and it is a day reserved for us to be cleaning the society, the gutters, and whatever.
You know, I'm sorry to cut you in there, but
You
you see.
A scenario. I'm creating a
Okay,
scenario.
you continue.
After bridges and gutters have been constructed,
Mm-hmm.
citizens are so ignorant to the extent that
Mm-hmm.
they leave the gutters just like that, and then they rather fill it with rubbish.
Okay, in some societies.
In some societies,
Okay.
others are doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Things have been, I think, lots of constructions have been done in their societies,
Mhm.
and they have been able to maintain that the cleanliness as it was left. But for other societies, which if I'm to mention names, I'll mention and mention.
Don't mention.
where
You might
some
mention
people
my
are staying.
area. No. You might mention my area. Now, listen. In a situation whereby,
I understand.
please,
Ashaiwa there about.
honorable. You see, sometimes you need to be very careful. The name you are mentioning,
Okay.
it will surprise you that before you
Okay,
step outside, people are come from Ashaiwa and they are waiting for your attention.
And
See,
it is very
I'm
bad.
sorry to cut you. Let me come in with this. Okay. Now, government have provided bridges and then gutters. They're
Mhm.
expecting citizens
Mhm.
to do the needful,
Mhm.
but then they are not doing it. Are we saying that the government is just going to sit ajar and then continuously watch them to do that? Don't you think that government should come with some education in a society whereby their educational level
I
or
first
literacy
mentioned
rate is
something.
very high?
I first
You
said
should expect some of
I
these
first
things.
said
So
something.
government should come with more education.
You see, when I started this, I said that we are matured and more enlightened on the laws. We are matured.
Mhm.
As we've been claiming we are matured, and now we are even advocates for fix the country. Fix
Mhm.
the country. We now know what our
we
rights
even
are.
have a
and then
debate in the pipeline on that. So
what
with that one,
baffles me is, since we know our rights,
Mhm.
the rights that we should enjoy, the
Okay.
privileges that we should enjoy from the government, we don't know our responsibilities to also do as citizens.
Mhm.
This is a simple responsibility for us citizens to do.
It's a simple response.
It's a
You are
simple
calling it
responsibility.
simple.
See,
Hmm.
should the government come to your room to sweep your room for you? But when you sweep your room every day, do you keep the rubbish inside your room? No, you don't. You see, our duty to
So
keep
you
the
are saying it is the
environment
duty
clean-
of the citizens.
Yes, it is our duty to keep.
So
the
when they are
environment
doing
clean.
the wrong thing,
Not the
government should not come in to educate them.
You see,
No, simple
We-
question. Government
we-
should not come in to educate them
we are
that this
matured.
is wrong. No, in a situation like I made mention earlier, in a
government has-
society where the
you see,
illiteracy
there is
rate
this-
is
there is
high.
After it takes care of economic factors,
Mhm.
must it still come to take care of our sanitation? These are the simple things that.
So you are saying
as
that government
citizens,
should
we
limit
do.
itself to economic matters. That's all. Government should
No.
not be concerned about
It has
the
it
sanitation.
has lots of responsibilities to take care of.
Mr. Collins, that's what you are saying.
Let us. Okay, there is this submission that I want to make. You see,
Mr. Collins, you let me, Mr. Oni,
it
in a
has
space of 1 minute,
government-
kindly try and then wrap up
okay,
from so that I move to.
all I'm trying to say is that
Okay.
government has lots of responsibilities to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Let us, for once, be supportive by taking care of simple matters ourselves. Simple matters like sanitation.
I like that. I like your final submission. I like your final submission.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Collins, you were giving me 3 fingers, but I'm giving you 2 minutes. All right, say.
Okay, before I wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to introduce this point.
Okay.
You see, first of all, where did our society emanate from? We the Christians believes that our society emanates from God. God created our society,
Mm-hmm.
and upon all the creation stories I've read and heard,
Mm-hmm.
God never created death.
Okay. Sure.
He created a clean environment for us to live in.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, God is the supreme leader.
Mm-hmm.
But the citizen, which is the Adam and the Eves,
Mm-hmm.
the descendants of the Adam and Eves, decided to do
Honorable.
So there is one Adam
This-
and many
this-
Eves.
decided
no.
decided to do galamsey,
Mm-hmm.
decided to
Illegal
defecate,
mining.
not
and then-
defecate openly.
Okay.
You know water bodies.
Decided to fish with dynamite.
Okay.
Decided to pollute our air.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to destroy our farms,
Mhm.
our cocoa farms.
Exactly.
And later we turn around to blame the supreme leader
Mm-hmm.
who created the environment for us to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That he's the cause of our own problem.
I like this point. But it doesn't mean I support you. I just like the point.
So in a
Alright.
nutshell,
Mm-hmm.
still my point of view holds strongly that in keeping proper sanitation of the environment should always be the responsibility of the citizen, not the government. Even the government that we elect, they are all once part of the society or part of the citizen or ordinary persons before electing or handed that position. He was then part of the problem. So how can a person being part of the problem without offering a solution as a citizen can now astronomically or magically offer a solution as a leader? Thank you.
You are welcome. All right. So, Mr. Joel Arthur, you commented earlier on Facebook. Yeah, greetings to you. National Citizen Zira. I hope I have the name right. He says he's watching us live from Takrady Beach Road. Yes, we're also enjoying you watching us. All right. So, I would want to believe that as at this point, has anyone changed his mindset that it isn't about what has already been or what is about what can be.
Sure.
That is what we are looking at. So all these things that we are discussing, we are discussing things that can be. We get it. Not what is, but things that can be, things we can do to keep our environment clean or for proper sanitation to be observed. As at this point, some are blaming it on the government and then others are blaming it on the citizens. You wanted to come in.
Yeah.
Come in before Mr. Collins. No,
You
Mr.
see,
Bennett is coming.
I stated earlier on that the government only plays a supporting role. That's when you said the government is to provide or make sure that it educates the citizens. Thank you. Why should the citizens be educated? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. They are to be educated in order to what? Abide by the set out what laws stated in the law. Okay. In as much as we being citizens and we electing leaders doesn't guarantee that they must do everything for us. There are other means of disposing of what rubbish and keeping your surroundings clean. You must not always wait for the government to provide you with things that will help you to properly manage the affairs of your society or your environment. You get it?
Yes.
We have other means of disposing of trash. You can burn or bury them. And he touched on the fact that what if later on you want to use the land that you always bury or use in burning? Thank you. You see, the government may have a huge way of disposing of or burying or just eliminating our trash. Thank you. And what if the government uses the same means of the same means that we the citizens also use? The government may choose to gather all trash and bury them or burn them. Whatever thing that he stated that it may cause air pollution, what pollution, the same thing will happen if the government should take or should use that means of disposing of trash. You don't expect the government to collect all the rubbish and keep it at a warehouse. No. It's the same means of disposing of the rubbish, and that same means can be used by the citizens. Do you understand me?
I understand you.
So, in as much as we wait for the government, there are trash cans around. We can easily buy some, dig a small hole, either bury them or burn them, just to keep ourselves and our surroundings clean, without waiting for the government to touch in. Because maybe it may be too late, or we may lose loved ones before the government will see it to be a huge problem to educate citizens on. So in as much as we as citizens elect leaders, doesn't mean that they should do everything for us. We also have a major role to make sure that we stay alive and healthy.
Exactly.
Thank you.
My light will shine so brightly it will blind you, because there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Something inside so strong.
right, so our listeners out there, I believe that you've enjoyed the program because myself in the studio, I have been enlightened, and then I have enjoyed the program from the word go. All right, so we have Obed Amaka. Is it Amaka or Amake? Yes, he's liking the program. He's sending us a thumbs up, and we are also saluting you. We have Evans Amwakon sending us a love emoji. Yes, we love you too. We love you too. All right, and then we have Desire Prince Ahmed. Yeah, I believe I have the name right. Also giving us a thumbs up. Yeah. So we thank you all for doing the lesson and a pleasure. Before we draw the curtains, Mr. Benedict would come in with one or two announcements. I think since we started this program, we've been announcing that we'll be doing an interdepartmental competition, interdepartmental debate, whereby next week or every week, starting from next week, we'll be having this department debate against that department. So who is it going to be? Who is going to be crowned the ultimate how is it said? The ultimate department that has the best debaters? Who is it going to be? Well, myself, an engineering student, I'm hoping that electricals and then electronic engineering wins this whole tournament. If they do, if they don't, all right. So Mr. Benedict will come into one or two announcements, and then we'll continue from there. Mr. Benedict.
Okay. Thank you once again, and good evening. All right. So as he said, we are now set, and starting from next week, we are beginning with the first round.
Okay.
So we're going to have two departments every week
Okay.
for the knockout stage. We are just commencing from the knockout stage.
Okay.
Yeah, with the subsequent semesters, we are going to have a table.
Okay.
Yes, but then we are beginning with the knockout stage for now.
Okay.
We have about 23 departments here.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going to pair them against each other until we
Okay.
have 4 departments standing.
Okay.
And with that, we are going to have a bigger program.
Nice.
So that
nice.
wouldn't be held here. Yes, we will have the presence of Radio Premier, but then it won't be here.
Okay.
We will have one at the auditorium.
Okay.
As we go, we'll also be having one at the BU campus. So, like I said, we are going to eliminate them until we have 4 departments left.
Okay.
Then we organize the bigger program where they face each other. Then
Okay.
we have just one department
All right.
standing.
So if I understand you perfectly, Mr. Dove, which department do you belong to? Procurement and supply.
Yeah,
So if let's say next week, electricals and electronic department debate against procurement and supply, and they lose next
what
week.
if we win?
So let me use this. And they lose. It means they are out of the competition.
Yes.
And the electricals and electronic department continues to
Commence
the
to
next
stage.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
So we are just starting with the knockout stage.
Okay.
You know, because of the COVID and
we couldn't
the
start
semester, we couldn't start,
first semester.
that is the
so
thing.
in the next
So
academic
we're
year,
left
we're going
with
to
just
start.
one semester.
Okay.
So
Okay.
with the next academic year,
We
we are going to
start-
have a table.
Okay.
Then they'll be facing each other until.
Okay. So then the
So
one who got
you'll be
that
going
comes
with
with
points.
most points. Okay.
So we have one place for points.
Mhm.
As in, whoever wins, you get the maximum points, and we also
Okay.
have the points you gather at the
Mhm.
debate. So that
Okay.
will also be piling up. So that in
Like-
case where we have people with the same points as in the winning points, we
Okay.
can use that one.
So it will be
to
like
decide.
had it been football, the
The
number of
goals,
matches you've won,
goal
and then the points
difference.
will be the goals,
Yes,
and then okay, okay,
So
we get it.
yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to create some exciting environment
Exactly.
here. We know people have been saying that my department is the best. This is the
Yeah.
best.
Oh, for me, I know the
Yes.
department is going to win. Electricals and electronics department. No
Okay.
two ways about it. See, if we don't win,
Well, like we said, agroni form.
yes, but
So when
then
it
we'll
starts-
start the agro from top before we get to the form, so that we
Okay.
win from the top before we get to the form.
Okay. Well, this is not the only competition I'll be having. We'll be having others, but then we are starting with this, and I
Exactly,
believe that it's going to
exactly.
be an interesting.
Sure,
tournament.
and
Yes.
intellectual entertainment,
Uh-huh.
educative entertainment. They have a name for it. Is it edutainment or what? Yeah, I think that's how they
Also, that
coined
is
it.
the only competition I'll be having.
Okay.
We said that every week we'll be receiving articles.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
So what we'll be doing with the articles is that we will gather them, we will go through them. Yes, we'll be reading
Mhm.
them out.
Okay.
But then at the end of the semester,
we are going to
the first 3 articles,
okay.
that's after going through them, you see that they are, they are very good. We
Okay.
are going to award them. As we
Okay.
are going to award the debaters, same we are going to award. The,
All right, so it
and
means that
publish
the
it. Yeah, they are
debate,
going to be published.
the winners will be given some prizes, right?
They will be giving prizes.
Exactly.
In fact, everyone will be given something. As
Okay.
for temptating, there is rest
Oh,
assured, yes.
Nice.
But
nice,
then we'll
nice.
also be giving them some prizes.
Yeah. So those that emerge victorious, aside you claiming the bragging right for your department, you're also giving some prizes to go home
Sure.
with. Mr. Collins, you wanted to come in, right?
Oh yes, I wanted to say this briefly. Like Mr. Bennett, you mentioned how are you going to organize the tournament? You see,
As in-
you said it's a knockout something.
Yes,
And
so
the
we are
last
going to
four.
have 2 departments here
Sa-
every week.
And the last four.
And the last 4
And the last
standing.
four. Okay.
Yeah,
Will be marketing and the rest.
Oh yeah. You see, for
Okay.
saying you can say it, but they're doing
What?
you get it. For the saying, oh,
Just
everybody
like
can-
right now, Champions League, we have 2 English teams.
yes,
going
they
for the
are
final, the
bragging
same
that
way.
they are
No,
going
but-
to win.
No,
Uh-huh.
but marketing has been there before.
Yes,
And-
and then this time they can't be there again. I understand that. Thank you very much for understanding me.
Let's use this opportunity to also go over this. Like we said, we're having the luncheon.
Uh-huh.
And after the first week, we are going to have the luncheon on 11th June.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So by then we have about 3 weeks of interdepartmental debates.
Mhm.
Yes, and you see which department represents the school.
Exactly.
Because at the luncheon we are going to have 3 major competitions.
Okay.
So there is the game.
Okay.
You know, I said earlier on that when we get to the job market,
Mhm.
now it's not about how much you studied.
Exactly.
It's about how much value you have now.
Sure.
And the value is how much you can use your brain.
Exactly.
You get it? So, in as much as we are here to study, know the what is,
Mhm.
you need to also know how to apply.
Okay.
One problem that we have when it comes to mathematics
Mhm.
is anytime they give us the application, word application,
Mhm.
that same word application, they will give us the skeletal form and we can do it.
Mhm.
But then when they dress it with a word, we are not able to do it.
Okay.
So we are trying to open our brains. You know, the game here is to
Yeah.
make sure that we develop our critical thinking skills.
Exactly. Exactly.
Give us some logical reasonings, give us some brain teasers and
Mhm.
others.
Mhm.
And in that luncheon, we are going to have the horse face each other.
Okay.
Which horse has the biggest brain?
Oh, okay.
Aha.
Okay.
So-
So that one, I know the whole is going to win.
So we have the inter-horse game,
Competition.
then followed by the
Yeah.
business challenge.
Okay.
With this one too, we are going to have the faculties face each other.
Oh,
Now they were saying that they meant the year business,
Mm-hmm.
so it means this one is for the business students. No,
Okay.
especially in this institution, this is a technical institution,
Mm-hmm.
and once you are done with this place, you
Yeah.
should be able to have something doing. Because
Exactly.
you came here for your technical skills,
Sure.
so you can be able, you can create your own
Something for yourself.
something for yourself when you,
Exactly. So that you don't go and join
can't
unemployed
join the-
graduate association.
after you complete a technical institution.
How?
That is the thing. So
Exactly.
we brought in this club to help develop the ideas that students have,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and also bring in some resource person to also help us develop those ideas. Then at the end of the day, we also create some small capital. Now the idea that is able to succeed after going because we need to screen them and see the best
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
So the idea that is able to succeed, we just help small, then push you, then you are good to go.
All right.
If you get your idea going and you employ about 10 people, you reduce the unemployment rate.
Exactly.
So that is the business idea. So the faculty business challenge,
Okay.
we are going to have all the faculties develop your own idea.
Mm-hmm.
So you come up with your own idea and pitch it
Okay.
during the luncheon,
Okay.
and the best idea that comes out wins the day.
Sure.
And-
You know,
Sure.
he
Okay.
mentioned my faculty.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, mention your faculty in his submission.
Yeah.
Meaning we are going to.
Oh yes, for that one. Sure, I agree.
No problem.
You see, Mr. Host, Mr.
Uh-huh.
Host, you
Yes,
see,
sir.
when the arguments shift to who will be crowned victory at the end of the day, you see, the PS people are very quiet.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no,
that
no,
one,
no,
yeah,
no,
that
no,
one.
no,
You
no,
see,
no.
you see. Truth is one. Truth
Hey,
is
my
one.
friend.
The thing you
No,
know you are
no,
not
no,
going
no.
to win, so don't worry yourself. And then
So the finals, I believe.
PS.
It will be marketing, engineering.
then-
yeah, engineering. See, PS. Have you watched this movie before? Avengers Endgame.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
The antagonizer in the movie, Thanos, he said
Thanos,
something.
yeah.
He said, "Your optimism is misplaced as guardian." That was what he said to someone. So I am telling the PS people, hey, no.
Hey, just yes.
Okay, I am telling everyone who thinks can win against electronic department.
When we came to level 100, I think you were part of the debaters, and
Yeah, I debated for that. After then, it was interfaculty.
Between
Yes,
your
engineering, and then
so you see,
that is
engineering
in the
and what?
first time
Engineering
of
and-
never before. There has never been a time.
you remember the
in
person that represented the faculty, right?
yeah, I remember them.
And most of them were coming from my faculty.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
Hey,
that
sorry,
if they
my
should,
department.
it doesn't mean
That's
they should come
procurement
again.
and
They will win.
supply.
It doesn't
we
mean
will
they
win.
should come
We
again. They will
surely
win.
win.
Yes,
Let me correct this man.
correct him for me.
At the same year,
Mhm,
the school organized interdepartmental debates.
mhm.
Ask them what were their position.
I'm hearing they
They
came
were
up last.
They were last.
I'm hearing they came up last.
They were last. No.
I was there. I debated some. I debated
No,
some. I
they were
debated
see.
for my department. He also debated for his department.
Anyway.
And yet,
Uh-huh.
you people, it was even first and second that we mentioned. Which was first was sec and management, and then second was accounting. That's all. For third and fourth, they didn't pronounce it. There was no pronouncement. That day, Ramos
I
was the
received a
agitator.
plug. I received a
Ramos
plug.
was the
I received a-
adjudicator.
no.
All right. In as much as I am enjoying this debate, and then I'd love for it to continue on and on and on. It is quite unfortunate that our time is almost up, and then we'd have to wrap up the program and then leave the studio for the next program to commence. All right, so you can keep this heat,
In
and
fact,
then
I debated for PS.
You
He
still have the
debated
heat.
for marketing. Jackie
See,
debated
I
for
am
sec,
saying that
and then Sharon debated
induce
for,
this heat into
accounting.
those who be debating for your department. Go and induce this heat into them,
You know
so
what?
that when they come into
I
the
think
studio,
PS
they will
in
come
the-
with
in
this
the end
fire.
will win. That's all. And
Yes,
PS there.
he's saying that he thinks. I am telling you
I'm
what
not
I
thinking,
believe.
no.
I believe
I'm
that
telling you
in
facts.
electricals and electronic departments will win.
And I'm
Mr.
also
MC,
saying
let me
what
finish. Let me finish.
Oh, okay. So kindly finish
So
it. Then.
I said there will be 3 major competitions: the game, the business challenge, and the last one is the debates.
Mhm.
Now we are having the faculties, the department facing each other. Now it's time for you to support your school.
Okay.
So we're going to have TTU also debate against other schools,
Mhm.
and that will be the
Wonderful.
the
Wonderful.
problem of the day.
All right.
Massive.
So the climax
Now
of
we
the
are going to
program.
see who represents the school,
Okay.
and we are going to see how well we do. This is our first.
Yeah. So
program.
those that are saying that they are faculties who they
Uh-huh.
should bring us
They should
debaters
bring
to
us
go and
debaters
represent
to
the school.
represent
Me,
the
that I
school.
didn't say anything there. So everybody-
And let's all make it a point to come. around and
exactly.
support, because,
You know.
we cannot have such a big institution like
bro.
this and not have these clubs there.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
just
That is
come to the
people all over.
school,
I mean, yes.
Go for lectures, go back home and collect certificates and say you are done.
Exactly.
These things also help develop our skills. It helps us really when
Exactly.
we start working.
Sure.
So let's
Sure.
us all get involved, and I believe that it will be a great day.
Exactly. All right. So, like Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the greatest measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and conveniences, but where he stands in times of challenges and controversies. Never feel safe in your comfort zone. Step out. Okay, step out. And then begin to engage yourself in 1 or 2 extracurricular activities, like debating for your department and debating for your faculty, or debating for your institution. You never know where that might get you, and so you should do well to involve yourself. In fact, when the program takes place or the program comes up, someone said that TTU students, they don't like going for educative programs. They rather like the entertainment programs, and they like
true. Now that's the PS people. Not
hey. I like the attack. There's like a spear. You get it? Now he has changed your name to marketing. I like that. All right.
In as much as we want to be educated here,
Mhm.
at least, Charlie, we need to jolly small.
Yeah, the Jowly would all come in. You see, but then we are being restricted by COVID-19. They say something is called COVID-19. You see, that is what is restricting us now. So we are unable to hold some of this entertainment activities. But then we are hoping that latest by next week, COVID-19 will be out of the country, and then I'm speaking out of optimism. You should side with me. Okay, latest by next week, everything will be out of the way so that we can hold entertainment programs. So that myself, I'm a very good dancer. That one day I won't lie to you. The way I can dance, I can even dance for Ghana.
These are the reasons why we have debates, so that you can have a different opinion.
Mr. Host, on your point,
You want to go against the motion?
We are all for it.
I like that. I like that. You are siding with me. Thank you so much. All right. So we would like to thank our listeners out there for being with us since we started this program. In fact, we appreciate you listening to the program. We appreciate you watching us live on Facebook. Those that commented on Facebook, those that sent us emojis, and then were giving us thumb ups. We appreciate all of you. We are announcing that come next week, we are starting with the interdepartmental debate. The very department that will be debating next week will be communicated along the week. It will be circulated on various social media platforms, especially on WhatsApp. So when you realize that it's your department that would be debating, you'd have to make sure that if you feel you can debate, you approach your departmental heads and then inform them that you'd want to debate for your department. Catch you same time next week. The program is Ttu Debates. Your host, my name is and has always been Theophilus Tetehwanji. Until next week, bye.
You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, well, we know better. Just look 'em in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, there's something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Now that I can make it. Will you do it?
What up? Yo, check it out. You are tuned into 100.5.
We love Radio Premier 100.5.